everyone, I hope you're doing super well and having an amazing week. And welcome to this little video about all the oil paintings I'm working on at the moment. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new, and thank you so much for 2.5 thousand subscribers. I can't believe it. And also, something terrible is that I always say every time I reach, a 500 milestone that I am going to do a dance, but I haven't done one. I haven't done one this week yet because I've only just reached that figure. So I may have to do it next week. I probably can't get out of it. But yes, once again, I'm so grateful, and keep subscribing and keep commenting. And thank you so much for incredible comments and likes. And thank you so much to everybody who's purchased paintings from my Etsy store. I hope that you're all having a wonderful Christmas holiday so far. I will tell you my shop name, which is Gemma Ramji Art. So if any of you enjoy my paintings, want to see more of my work, want to purchase any of my paintings, they're all there. Just search for me and let's begin. The first painting we're going to talk about, I think, is this galleon. Now, I love painting the sea. I love painting ships at night and stormy seas. I'm so obsessed with it. I don't do it actually that often. I know there are some artists that literally dedicate their entire careers to sort of painting ships and seas. And I have thought about it a couple of times, but I think I always think of other ideas as well. So I never can do one subject, but I really enjoyed painting this piece. This is of a ship that is basically going through, I'm not sure if you can actually see that well because it is drying, and so obviously under these ring lights it's really difficult to see the actual sort of landscape properly, but basically this ship is going through some really dark murky water and this sort of dark clouds, and it sort of can't really see properly and is trying to navigate its way through. And all of a sudden these sort of clouds and mist and darkness parts, and it sees this cave, and it just sort of enters into this cave, and there could be some gold in that cave. And this is just really based on just a dreamlike sequence that I had of this idea of this ship going through something sort of really treacherous and then coming out the other side with a reward. So I do hope you like this piece, and as I say, I just adore painting ships and seas at night, and I really enjoyed this colour scheme as well, as I wanted to incorporate some really deep rich brown. Okay, so next up we have a painting that is totally different, and it is much brighter and happier, which is this one, which I've only just finished varnishing in fact, and this is of a bunny rabbit in this really grassy landscape. I was imagining this rabbit near some sort of pond situation, and near ponds they very often have so many weeds and undergrowth, and you can never actually really see what's going on there. And so I wanted to create this rather regal rabbit that is in that undergrowth. And what's interesting as well about seeing rabbits is you only see them for a second and then they just totally disappear, which is such a sad story. I mean, I just wanted to create this rabbit that was really full on in vision and that you could actually see it rather than just a fleeting moment. We have a unicorn, and this unicorn is really on the run. Once again, this is wet, so I really hope you can actually see it because I finished it today, so you may see some strange light reflection. I hope I can get a good shot of it. This unicorn is really on the run because it is like any animal I feel that is rare and beautiful. It is sort of being hunted, so it's on the move. It's trying to run fast to a safe place because it is actually being chased down by villains who want to take off its amazing horn and use it for its magical powers. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And also the moonlight was really wonderful to paint because I just love any sort of moonlight or sun situation. It's really nice to add in at the beginning, so then you have a good understanding of the lighting in the piece. So yeah, I just adore painting mysterious moon. Next up we have a rather fancy frog, because what would be my channel without a frog or two? This frog is really obsessed with timekeeping, so much so that it has a stopwatch and it cannot bear anyone to be late even by a minute. So it keeps it in its pocket, and anyone who shows up late, particularly its froggy friends, it will not actually take any sort of revenge, but it will mark it down disapprovingly in a book. I just love the idea of someone keeping track, or rather something keeping track so much that it is, you know, making sure by putting it in this book. And of course it's quite shameful to be in the book, so you don't want to be in the book. The final painting, I do actually have about 5 more much bigger paintings. These are all really small, these are all 5x7, but they're much more big, much bigger. They're much bigger. As you can see, it's at that point in the evening where Grandma has left the building. They are all, they've been varnished, and so they're just against a wall. So this one is majorly wet. So basically I wanted to experiment with slow drying medium. I don't know why I do this. I always do this. I use mostly fairly fast drying mediums, so ones that take 1 to, that is my chair by the way, that weird noise, 1 to maximum 3 days to dry. But I was looking at this medium that I had that is quite slow drying, and I thought, I haven't tried that for ages, maybe it's not as slow drying as I remember. Well, actually it is just as slow drying as I remember. It is a great medium though, but I do feel that sadly I shall be waiting an eternity before painting the next layer. So this is just the first layer, and I'm also a little bit stuck on this piece because I don't really know where I'm going to go with it. I'm probably going to do a lot more detail on this mountain. So just had this concept really late at night. I came up with this idea of this cat being on top of a mountain and watching the sun set, I think, rather than sunrise. I think it's probably a sunset. And I just love this idea of this cat being so adventurous. It had reached these magical heights, and it was, you know, an explorer basically, and it had explored further than any man. But as I say, it's one that I'm going to have to wait until it's dry before finishing it. It's just one of those things, really. I always think I'll do one painting every month where I just totally experiment and use random things I haven't used for a long time, and usually the paintings turn out fine. It's always some slow drying situation. I never learn because I was so frustrated because I really wanted to finish it, and then I got to it after 2 days, and like it was so wet it almost went all over my hands, or rather it did. On Instagram, if you can, my name is Gemma_Ramji_art. It is massively original, that name, and it took me like months to come up with it. If you enjoyed this video, I will have tons more paintings next week, and I can't wait to chat about them as well, because I have a lot more kind of landscapes and really in deep stories to go with them. Don't forget to, yes, comment, subscribe. I've already done that. And take care, and I will see you soon.